Hi skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com. Welcome to our 2021 ski test videos. Today we're going to talk about the new Bonafide 97. So the Bonafide is back, but there have been some changes to it. Perhaps most obviously it's 97 underfoot instead of 98, but there's more significant changes in here other than a 1 millimeter difference in waist width. So let's talk about it. It's still a ripping, super powerful all-mountain ski. You know, definitely on the wide side of all-mountain skis. Really good for a versatile, different snow conditions, different terrain. Pretty darn versatile all-mountain ski, and superbly powerful. Great vibration damping. All that stuff stays the same about the Bonafide. What's cool is these changes make it easier to pick and choose what length is right for you, and there's actually some significant differences between those lengths. So the biggest change to these skis is what's called TrueBlend wood core. And what Blizzard does is they use both lower density wood and higher density wood in the core, and they're basically specifically laminating and placing that higher density wood in certain sections of the ski to achieve the exact flex pattern they want. And what's even cooler about that is it changes from length to length. So this, I believe, is the 177. This is the 177. So if we took the 177 and looked at it next to the 183, there's a different mock-up of those higher density woods to make the 183 a little stiffer. It's fascinating and it's really cool, and there's actually a noticeable difference between lengths when you ski them. Now, there's also more lengths now, so we get 5 lengths to choose from instead of 4. So if you previously felt like you were between lengths or you were having a hard time figuring out what was right for you, it's way easier now, and you can actually kind of custom tailor the performance of the ski to go along with that length. So if you're more of a, less aggressive skier, maybe you're on the smaller side, you don't need a big, stiff, planky ski. You can go with a shorter length. It's going to have softer flexing tips and tails, be a little bit more forgiving, but still rip. And then, big heavy skiers like Bob, I know, was between the 183 and the 189. And ultimately, at his size, he really liked that 189. So pretty darn cool that you can kind of custom choose what works best for you. Now, another thing that they achieved by doing so is they actually allowed the tips and tails to be a little bit softer flexing in pretty much all lengths. There's going to be some differences like I talked about, but in pretty much every length, the tips and tails are softer. And there's also less rocker in them. So softer flex, less rocker, there's a little bit more early taper too, or kind of more of a smoothed out tip, less extended side cut. So how I feel on these new Bonafides, I feel like they retain everything I liked about the old Bonafide. The Bonafide was a ski that I knew I could get on. I could ski as fast and as hard as I want to, and the ski would support it and respond really well to it. You can still do that. It still has that personality, still has those characteristics and that ability. What I find is it's a little bit easier to manipulate turn shape, a little bit easier to release the tips and tails, get the ski to kind of skid for a second, which both makes it more forgiving. You're not like locked into a carving turn as much as you were on the previous version. So a little bit more forgiving and a little bit more versatile too. So I had more fun taking this ski into like moguls and trees and terrain like that than on the previous version. While I didn't hate doing it on the previous version by any means, that ski is great too. It's a little easier on this new Bonafide. So really cool. It's been fascinating watching the evolution of the Bonafide and Blizzard's all-mountain skis in general. And I think this new version has some pretty significant changes, and it's really, really cool what they did. So that's the new Bonafide 97. Definitely let us know if you have any questions. We actually have a full-length review of this ski too, if you want to go and watch something that's more like 20 minutes long, and we go like really in depth on all the construction and all that stuff. Definitely encourage you to watch that. If you want to just maybe ask us some questions or leave a comment about it, feel free to do so. We get back to you as soon as we can. We'll have these for sale on Ski Essentials this season for sure. So let us know if you want to pick up a pair. You can call us directly, chat with customer service about your order, or if you have any questions and you just want to talk to a skier over the phone. Totally understand. We love talking about skis, so give us a call. And yeah, that's the new Bonafide 97. Check it out, and we'll see you out there just ripping turns on all mountain terrain, regardless of the snow conditions for sure.